Also from the night team, a woman in Mattapan pushing back against rent hikes as her apartment complex. She says her advocacy nearly led to her eviction, and now she's pushing for new housing legislation to help other people in the same situation. The night team's Olivia Michael has the story.
I loved it so much here. I just decided that this was going to be my forever home.
At 70 years old, Annie Gordon was facing eviction from her Mattapan Square apartment of 48 years. She raised her family there and was enjoying retirement when a new owner purchased the Fairlawn Apartments in 2019 and, according to Gordon, started raising rents by as much as $1,000.
I just didn't want to leave, so I just decided I was going to stay and fight.
Gordon rallied tenants together to push back against rent increases. Then her landlord sent her an eviction notice, citing an irreconcilable breakdown caused by Gordon's communications and conduct.
Some days tears, some days anxiety.
In 2024, Gordon won her eviction fight and was allowed to stay in her apartment. But she says her advocacy work is far from over. Now she's supporting a ballot proposal that would bring rent control back to Massachusetts. Organizers say they've collected 124,000 signatures, clearing a major hurdle in the process to make it on the November ballot. The measure would cap annual rent increases at either the rate of inflation or 5%, whichever is lower.
We have brought this ballot question forward because of the crisis we're in and because our communities can't wait while corporate landlords continue to buy up properties and raise the rent on community members.
The proposal includes exemptions for newly constructed buildings for the first 10 years and for owner-occupied buildings with 4 or fewer units. But landlord advocates argue the proposal could harm the very renters the measure aims to protect.
There's going to be lots of instances where landlords who are subjected to rent control are unable to keep their building up to snuff. They sell out to a developer who will evict all the renters because they're going to be exempt if they get this thing rebuilt.
The trade associations argues the core problem is a lack of supply, and they're pushing for a better safety net to help people struggling now.
The state has a safety net that requires you to prove your worthiness. You have to submit an application. You have to pass someone's screen. That's exactly the opposite of what a safety net should be. It should be the kind of thing where if we're falling, we're caught.
Meanwhile, state lawmakers are also considering a separate bill that would let municipalities create their own rent control policies instead of implementing a statewide mandate. The state representative behind the bill says it's designed to give local governments more flexibility.
We're facing an ongoing housing emergency, and we've done many things to address it. But one of the things that we still need to do is enable municipalities to protect tenants from egregious rent increases.
Gordon says although her legal fight is over, she still thinks about the long lines of people waiting outside housing court, fighting to stay in their homes. She hopes the rent control initiative will give renters a fair shot and provide immediate relief.
There are still seniors like myself living on fixed incomes, as well as families, young families, are just working class people, and some working 2 jobs and still can't keep up with the rents.
The new ballot measure goes before the state legislature early next year. If lawmakers decline to act, another round of signature gathering will start in the spring before the proposal reaches the ballot. In the newsroom, Olivia Michael, 7 News Night Team.